On this episode of the Late Night Startup Show, we are speaking with the Kevin Fuller. He has over 20 years of business experience and is now taking that experience into designing creative furniture. But first, we'd like to thank our sponsors, of course, RCR Video Marketing Group, an Atlanta-based multifaceted video production company creating compelling content to fast forward your business, and Digits in Motion. Digits in Motion is a full-stack digital agency, and I mean full-stack. They do mobile app developments, websites, a plethora of online things, and we've used them to help develop an app that we have coming out soon and for our website. They're great people. They have tons of experience. Be sure to check them out if you need to augment your current staff for a big project or if you need to start a product from the ground up. Digits in Motion can help you grow your business today. Someone else that can help grow your business is AmazonUPCBarcodes.com. If you're selling products on Amazon, you need barcodes. AmazonUPCBarcodes.com is the #1 source for UPC and EAM barcodes online. All of their barcodes are GS1 verified, and they're giving you coupon code RCR Video for 10% off of your entire purchase. Now let's get into this great conversation that we had with Kevin Fuller. Well, Kevin, thanks for joining us here and letting us into your home and invade your space a little bit. Just right off the bat, I want to point out these gorgeous chairs. We were talking a little bit before. This is authentic Burberry fabric, right? Yep. Tell us a little bit about these chairs.
Well, as you know, I design furniture. So I always like playing with different things. You know, I take it from an artist perspective. Where I like to create first and then sell. I do work with some clients, but like my passion is to create the art. So I was up late one night and I was like, I want something really, really cool. And I found this fabric, and it's like from the 1997 Burberry pattern. And this is the wool that they put in their coats and their sweaters and stuff. And a lady was selling it in France, and I ordered about 10 yards of it. I probably had to, miss a card note to buy it, but it was worth it. So, I just want to do something funky and these chairs haven't been seen in public yet. They've been seen amongst my friends. Yeah. But they haven't been released to the public yet because I'm still playing with my style. Yeah. I really take this I don't know. I grew up in the 80s. I grew up on hip hop, so my grind is the typical rapper grind. Yeah. I keep putting out hot content. And then my following is starting to grow. My customers are loyal. And then even my fans are loyal. I don't do much advertising, but everything is referral. Yeah. Everything.
And the chairs is authentic.
It's authentic. Yeah. And people buy my authenticity. They buy my story. They buy the work and energy that I put into their projects. Yeah. So that's, it's just about having fun.
Well, let's get into your story a little bit because we dove straight into where you are now. But I want to go into where you started in business because you got a lot of business experience. You ran a company with 27 employees. Yeah, and that company was an electrical company that wasn't. To me, that doesn't really relate to the arts and the creative now. So
not at all.
Tell us a little bit about your business experience in that realm.
Oh, man, I've always been in business of some type. When I was younger, I did things. I went to high school. I sold candy. I went to high school in Germany. So I was literally shipping candy from the U.S. to Germany. Wow. Before American Candy came to Germany and sold candy. Sold sneakers for a little bit. I had a DJ company where I DJ'd dances in Germany. Yeah. I went to college for a couple of years.
In the States? Or?
In the States. Okay, yeah. Not my shtick. Yeah. But my parents gave me the opportunity. They said, I can join the military, get a job, or start a business with the rest of my college money. And I actually bought a janitorial franchise with it. And I did pretty good. I did good enough to, I partnered with another company in 94. I had some contracts during the Olympics when the Olympics were in Atlanta. Then after that, I sold it. Huh. I think, what was that, 98? It wasn't for a lot of money, but it was for enough money. Where I was 26 and I was sitting on too much cash at 26. So, I went back to college, tried to figure that out, see if that was it. And it wasn't. It just wasn't.
So you tried college twice then?
Twice,
and this is something we haven't really talked about on our podcast is college worth it? Do you need college to be in business? Or what's your opinion on that?
Some kids need college. If you have no hustle, no drive, no imagination, you got to go to college. But
Yeah.
I just grew up in a home where my parents always said there's other options besides working 9 to 5.
Were they entrepreneurs?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. My dad's got a great government job.
Mm-hmm.
My mom has a decent government job as well. She has a good government job, actually, or she did before they retired. But they always knew there was other stuff out there.
Yeah.
I think growing up in Germany, like, I was fortunate. Like, I missed the entire crack era.
Yeah.
And as a black kid missing that whole culture, like, my world was expanded to so much more and so many more things, and so many more opportunities. Like, I always knew that, kids that were fighting over blocks here, like, I'm in countries. I was in Nuremberg. Like, I played soccer in Hitler Stadium.
Yeah.
My mom's office was where they held the Nuremberg trials, in Merle. So, like, my world experiences. I have pictures of me and my friends dancing on top of the Berlin Wall when it was coming down in '89.
Wow.
So, like, my view on things is just much, much bigger.
So your entire childhood was in Germany?
I would say my primary childhood.
Okay.
I moved to Germany in 7th grade and I left after 12th grade.
Okay.
So, like, my primary, then my parents stayed for a little bit longer after I graduated, but, like, my primary education was in Germany. It's what I knew.
Yeah.
And Atlanta basically became my first U.S. city home.
Mm-hmm. Did you go to college in Atlanta?
No, I went to college in Virginia.
Okay.
I tried it.
It just wasn't for you. But that's interesting insight. You talk about being from Germany, essentially growing up in Germany. How does that relate to your entrepreneurial mindset?
I just have a global mindset. Like, even before the internet came, I knew how small the world was.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that you could do something here and it could impact someone in Europe, in Italy. Like, I knew that before the internet made everything flat. I knew that already.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm always thinking, like, how can I be somewhere else and make money other places? Like even with my furniture, like, I don't ever see myself as a large manufacturer, but someday someone's going to pay $20,000 for a piece of furniture that I've designed because my name's on it. That's
so you're building the brand.
It's all about having a lifestyle brand in furniture, and there is no really big lifestyle brand when it comes to furniture.
Mm-hmm.
I tell a lot of my clients, if I build you a piece or you buy something from me, I mean, you're looking at something that's going to appreciate over time.
Yeah.
You buy a simple sofa, it's a simple sofa. But you buy something from me, and I'm sure you've seen my stuff on social media. Like, it's different.
Yeah.
My stuff retains its value. You're gonna be able to sell it because it's unique again to the next person. All you got to do is take care of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the ideology behind antiques.
Exactly.
They are worth more now just because they're antiques.
Exactly. But the problem is, like, we're such a I want it now society. No one's building antiques anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There are no more time capsules that you can go back and say, oh, wow, I remember mid-mod. Like, now, like, I love mid-modern.
Yeah.
But you name me something hot from the 80s in furniture.
Yeah. It's all just thrown together, cheaply made. Yeah.
Right.
I can get that. And my wife's parents have some furniture that they bought probably from the 50s or 60s. That was, they didn't buy it then, but it was built then, and they still have it. And we've moved them maybe 5 times in the last 5 years, and it holds up. So that's interesting. But I do want to still go back to the janitorial business. Why? You went to college for a year or two. You tried it out, and then you decided to invest in a janitorial franchise.
Yep.
Where does that come from? Like, why was it janitorial?
One, I was like 18, and it was easy to invest in. Like, it was like, I used to always go to the franchise trade shows.
Yeah.
Like, I used to always want a Subway. Like, that was my biggest goal. I wanted a Subway so bad. A sandwich shop so bad. But, like, I tried to get a job at Subway. My aunt was like, no, you're not working late night hours.
Yeah.
So I got defeated about, Subway. So I was like, I don't know. And then I was reading a magazine, and I saw, like, janitorial franchises, and I was like, So I just started inquiring about that.
Yeah.
I was like, it's something I can do if I'm in school, something I can do at night. And it was just an opportunity. So I was like, all right, I'll try it. It's something janitors, they work, there are some that work full time, but for the most part, when you're cleaning offices, you're in there when they close for a couple hours, and then you're home.
Yeah.
Then you have the rest of the night free, and then you have the daytime free to make sales calls and to build the business. So I was like, this makes absolute sense to me.
Yeah.
So I went to the janitorial business,
So were you in college then for a little bit while you were doing that?
Nope.
You just 100% went into it?
Nope. My parents moved from Germany to Atlanta, and I came down to Atlanta, and I told them this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's when they were like, okay, let's see it. My mom became my first business partner. I don't ever suggest partnering with family, but that's another podcast. But but like, yeah, it was just time. Like I wanted to do something, and I wanted to do something where I could have some free time. But being 18 with a janitorial business, 19, 20 janitorial business, being a janitor is not sexy.
Yeah.
But I knew I was building something. I was learning something.
And did you have any staff in that business then?
I did. Had a little bit of staff, but then I partnered with a company called Premier Services, who was a larger janitorial company. So they pretty much bought my contracts, and then I became partner in their business. So we did janitorial work, and we did vacuum cleaner repair, and we did like janitorial supplies, which was huge. So it was myself and two other partners in that business, and like we really worked. Like everyone had their lane, and my lane was pretty much just building infrastructure.
Yeah.
Another guy was running the crews at night, while I was on HR during the day, and then another gentleman, he was doing like the shop, because we had a physical location in East Point where he was running the shop, and we did really, really well. I mean, we did so well to a point where that we sold off the janitorial contracts to one of our partners. Which was cool.
That's awesome. And you were in that business for how many years?
Oh man, from like, I guess 94 to like 98.
Okay.
And maybe 93 to like 98.
And what gave you the idea that an electrical company would be a good idea?
All right. So the only job I've had in my life was at Hi-Fi Buys. I don't know if you guys are from Georgia, but Hi-Fi Buys, they sold car audio equipment. Yeah. So after I got out of the janitorial industry, my partner had bought me out. I had a wife, and I was like, oh my God, I got to be responsible now. I got to get a job. I got to take care of my wife. So I went to work at Hi-Fi Buys. I'm getting to how I got there. I met a guy named Lee McKinney, my best friend to this day, and he was an installer, and I sold the equipment that he installed. So he started a home audio company doing home audio, and I kind of consulted and played around with him and him out. Yeah. And then we started getting into that full time. And then at that time, I started a coffee company. So I was literally wholesaling coffee. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Doing coffee. This was before Starbucks. This was before all the big, the Octanes and the Revs and everyone came to town. Like I sold coffee wholesale in different grocery stores. Yeah. Which was cool. So I had some cash on me. Yeah. And Lee came to me. He's like, dude, I want to build houses. And I was like, what do we know about building houses? And he was like, nothing, but we can learn. And I was like, let's do it. Yeah. It's just natural instinct, So we started building houses. I guess that was like 2001, 2002, 2003. We started building houses. We had a couple of properties that we flipped unsuccessfully, but we learned. Yeah. I tell people, you're gonna pay for education one way or another. For me,
that's a good point.
I don't mind the hands-on education. I don't mind losing $35,000, $40,000 learning. It's just like being in college. It's the same thing.
Except you're not just regurgitating information. You're actually getting true
value. You're getting true value for what you're doing. So we started building houses. Then we built a house from scratch. And then we just, at the same time, he still had the home theater business going. So he was like, look, man, I can't do construction and home theaters. And I was like, I can't do coffee and construction. What do you want to do? So we decided to become business partners, and we just rolled everything in together. We had the construction company. We had the low voltage company doing home theaters. And then we got into the electrical about 2000. We grew that company. By 2008, we bought a company called Able Electric. In 2007, 2008, we bought Able Electric. It was a guy that was retiring, and we bought his company out. And we just took off. Yeah. We went from doing nothing to like doing lots.
Yeah. And he's 27 employees. That's
right.
A decent amount.
Right.
Of employees.
It was crazy. And then we were one of the smallest, largest contractors here in the airport. Yeah. I've done more airport work than people know that I've touched. You know, either I've done it for other contractors or we did it for ourselves in our own company. But like, I've done more work than in the airport than people know about.
I'm sure that was a pretty decent sized contract too.
It was, and like 2008, 2009, 2010, the recession hit. But we were in the airport making money. Yeah, so we were fine. Yeah, we were fine.
What about your employees though? I know you put a huge focus on taking care of your employees and taking care of your team members.
Too much.
Even though you may have been fine as a business in that recession, one of your employees at home may have been really struggling.
Yeah, but we had a really good loyal. Our main core employees were very, very loyal. We took good care of people. Like, we took way too good. We were too generous. Yeah. Looking back on it, we were too generous, because by the time we closed the company in 2013, like, my top guys are around the country making 80, 100, 150 grand a year. Yeah. And here I am, my partner sitting with IRS debt, business debt, and they're gone. It's just him and I sitting with all this debt. So it was just, the biggest thing I learned about employees is, treat them as employees. In the military, officers and enlisted men don't hang out. Like, they just, because there's a chain of command and there's a progression in how things work. I absolutely get it now. Yeah. I was way too close to my employees. I cared way too much, about my employees.
That's interesting. Yeah, because I put a huge focus on the team, like, especially when
team and employees is two different things.
Okay. Tell us about that.
So team is like your core guys. It's like, your office manager. It's your business partners. Like, that's very important. The people you lean on day to day is very important. The people that go make you money, that's your employees. Okay. Because at the end of the day, your acknowledge of them doing a good job is called a paycheck. All they're there for is the paycheck. But your team is there for the long run. Your team is there when, like, times are hard, things are rough. Yeah. You're pinching pennies. That's big difference between team and employees.
How do you keep that difference in the forefront of your mind, though? Because I feel like, if your employees sees this culture in the office and they don't feel like they're a part of that culture, that it could cause some confrontation or...
Nah, it's not hard to create. I mean, think about it. You have people that have been at IBM for 60 years. They don't know the owner of IBM. There's guys that work at Apple forever. Microsoft forever. They've never met Steve Jobs or hung out with Steve Jobs or Bill Gates. People are loyal to paychecks. People are loyal to pay. It's like we call it the pellets every 2 weeks. That's what people are loyal to. If you think employees are loyal to you, you're an idiot. Yeah. They're loyal to those pellets every 2 weeks.
Yeah. I say, like, if you're an entrepreneur and you have employees, like, never expect those employees to work or be as passionate as you are, because they don't have to be.
Right. They don't get it. Yeah. There's a reason why they sent you an application to work for you. They don't care about your struggles every day. They care about, am I getting paid this week? Yeah. Am I getting paid next week?
A lot of people don't think about that. Honestly, it's something that I haven't really thought about, because the nature of what we do in video production, we are constantly hiring contractors. Right. Even on our films, I mean, we may have a 150-person crew. Right. And they're there for 2 or 3 months to make that film, and then they're off to the next thing. So exactly, it's kind of more of a team environment, I guess. Right. Because you're just going into that game. Right. Air quotes. And then everyone's on to the next thing. Yeah. Versus an employee, it is, all right, it's the 1st and 15th of every month. When is my check going to be here?
Right. Yeah. Right. Like, you go try to tell your employee, hey, I'm having a bad day. Yeah. My wife is leaving me. And they're like, so where's my paycheck?
Where's my check? Yeah.
But a team member that you can share those woes and understand what's going on and support each other. So never get team and employees confused. That's
That's good. Well, off the heels of that, throughout running this 27+ person company, what was your biggest takeaway from that, or your biggest challenge in that company and managing that?
I think the biggest challenge was we had a great employee culture. Like, even though they were there for the paycheck, like, we paid really well. We really did. We offered a lot of training, a lot of support, and I had an open door policy, which was great, and bad. Yeah. But like I said, just knowing the difference between team and employee was huge, but we had a lot of fun, like, for 13, 14 years, me and my best friend worked together every day. Yeah. Like, when we created electronic environments, our thing was, how can we work together every day? Now what we should have said is, how can we work together every day without headaches?
Yeah.
We'd probably still be in business
Yeah.
together. But our thing was, we just wanted to work together.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Are you and him still friends now?
Oh, that's my man. Yeah. I was at his house in Florida for a couple of days. Yeah, we'll always be best friends.
Yeah.
You don't go through the things we've gone through and not be best friends.
Yeah, that's good, because I feel like a lot of business partnerships dissolve on bad terms, and
it's
probably the majority of
it's like a marriage. And here's the cool thing, like, his name is Lee McKinney, like that's my man, 50 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm the emotional one, like, mm-hmm. I'm very, like, from the gut. He is logical, black and white, so when I have a mental breakdown, he's looking at me like, what's wrong with you? But when he can't understand employees or emotions, that's where I filled in, like, okay, I understand this is what they're going through. This is what they need. Yeah. They don't need black and white. They need this for motivation now. Yeah. So we work really, 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 and we'll probably do something together again. Him and I want to open a cigar shop in a couple of years, but, like, it was just a great balance. Like, that's my boy.
But you guys were friends and you just wanted to do this together. How important is it for someone, or is it important at all for someone who is looking for a business partner, not necessarily a friendship first? Does it need to be the opposite of what you are, or
No, not necessarily. It just happened. It just happened. Like, I think being older now, business partners are something that just naturally occur. Mm-hmm. I don't think you should go looking for a business partner. If you have a business and you're looking for a business partner, be clear on what you need out of that partner. Yeah. And 2, are you looking for that partner because you don't have confidence in yourself? Because you can hire that person instead of making them your business partner. Yeah. So business partners, it's a natural occurrence nowadays, now that I'm older. Like, I've had a couple opportunities to partner with people now, and I'm like, but do I like you? Are we friends? Yeah.
And just kind of being patient.
Yeah, just kind of being patient and learning from people. Like, a lot of folks now, like, even my clients, like, I'll hang out with them before I even, take the job.
Because at the end of the day, it is about the relationship.
It is.
That you're going to have with these people. Because if it is a bad relationship, I mean, we've had deals with certain people that, I've just decided, like, okay, this is not what we initially thought it was. Right. And I think that's something important to say with your experience to take the time to be patient and know why you're looking for that partner.
Be very clear. Yeah. Very clear. And everyone has their own agenda. Everyone has their own problems at home. Yeah. Like, when you take on a business partner, you take on all that as well. So just be clear on why you want a partner. Yeah.
That's good. Well, I want to talk about your passion for furniture. Sure. Because I feel like, you went to college, decided that wasn't for you. Right. You started a janitorial company because you just thought it was a good opportunity. Right. And then you started this other company that was construction, which you said you guys didn't know anything about. You just wanted to do it. And I feel like in today's entrepreneurship market, everyone's looking at how to monetize their passion and like, what am I good at and how do I make money off of it? Versus you, for this whole time in your entrepreneur journey, have kind of just done things that you had no clue really about, but you knew you wanted to be in business for yourself. So I would love to hear you speak into that a little bit. Sure. Like, just to, like I said, I feel like everyone is talking about what's my passion, how do I monetize it, versus you're like, I'm going to do business.
Try it. I mean, just try things. Furniture came about, like, when we closed our company in 2013, we consulted for a year, and this, lady ripped us off about 30 grand. And I was like, man, forget this. Yeah. Like, and then I was dating someone, and we, like, went on this big, like, tour of museums. And I was joking with one of my buddies over lunch, like, man, I want to be an artist for the rest of my life. And he was like, dude, you can't draw. Yeah. It's like, what are you talking about being an artist? You can't draw, you can't paint. So at the same time, I was, like, downsizing, and I found a chair. I had the chair reupholstered with fabric that I wanted, and, we were drinking one night, and he was like, you know what, dude, chair turned out great. That is art. And I was like, just a light bulb went off. And I always liked having my own everything. Yeah. Like, if everyone's running to buy Jordans, I'm buying Pro Kids.
Yeah.
Because I like to have something that no one else has.
Yeah.
And I'm the same way in my furniture, and I didn't know there was a culture of people that are the same way as I am. Like, we want original stuff. I don't want to go to your house and see all the same IKEA stuff that I have in my house. I want to see something different in my home. So that's where it came from. And then I moved to North Carolina thinking I'd apprentice for a little bit. I met a guy, started learning how to upholster. And he was like, you know what, son? You're so much better at sales and design than you are upholstering anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you saying? Like, are you killing my dream? And he was like, yeah, you shouldn't do upholstery. You shouldn't do furniture. You shouldn't upholster.
Wow.
And luckily, my saving grace is I've had a mentor for many years, Deborah Levine, who just happened to be in the furniture business. Like, this lady was my mentor forever.
Yeah.
Like, got me through a whole lot of stuff, but I never really knew what she did.
Yeah.
But she just happened to be in the furniture business. She was like, Kevin, designing furniture and upholstering furniture is two different skill sets. She's like, as a designer, you use your business skill set to hire upholsterers to accomplish what you're trying to do. And I was like, so I can build furniture? She's like, yeah, idiot. Yeah, you design it and you find someone that's going to build it for a price. It's just like a business. You're just manufacturing it and selling it. Like, you can still live your dream. And I was like, oh my God, thank goodness. So from that point on, I just went crazy.
Yeah.
I dove into the industry heavy. I went to a lot of, in the beginning, I went to a lot of networking groups and stuff like that. Got no help whatsoever.
Yeah. Networking groups within furniture?
Yeah, within furniture, within interior designs. Like, come on. I'm 6'1". I'm a straight black man, in Atlanta doing furniture. Like, they look at, like, I get there, the women are like, okay, so this guy's trying to get laid. He's not that serious.
Yeah.
The gay guys are like, I don't know what to do with him. He doesn't want me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just want to build furniture.
Yeah.
And no one would they were kind of standoffish. Like, why is he here? So, it just got to the point like I just started learning on my own, and then when I was in North Carolina, I met like a great design circle of friends up in North Carolina that I'm still loyal to this day.
Awesome.
And they put me on to like where to find fabric, how to do different things, how to market myself. So, and then like I said, like I take the approach of a rapper,
Yeah.
I don't put my face all over social media. I stay away from, being in photos, like my private life. But I just keep designing stuff and getting better and better and better and better and better. And my following just keeps growing. Yeah. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. Like, pardon my French, I'm just going to drop hot shit until a major comes and signs me. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, it reminds me of what you have on your Instagram page. You say, humble enough to know I'm not the best, but arrogant enough to never give up.
Exactly.
And through that whole story, that's what came to my mind. Like, seems like that's how you live.
Exactly.
Go about your life.
Exactly. And if you want to, I tell people, like, just try it. Yeah. What's the worst that's going to happen? And that's the blessing. Like, because I've owned businesses in the past, like me and my business partner have shared a bed in a house with no heat and no water because we were so broke. There was a time when we were trying to get back to Georgia and we had enough money. We were at Quick Trip in like Alabama and we had like enough money to either buy something to drink or buy a candy bar. And we decided to split the candy bar. And I had to call my dad to come get us and put gas in our car so we could get back. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah. Like, I can tell you that story all day, but now I'm sitting in a house, with 3 bedrooms and 3 baths. Like, life keeps going. Yeah. Try it. Like, and I think once you get to the point where you're not scared of the worst, like, everything becomes easy. Like, I owed the IRS at one point well over $250,000. Wow. Talking about scary. Yeah. When the IRS calls you and freezes everything and says you owe them $250,000, you're just like, oh. I've been in situations where a general contractor didn't pay us like, over $367,000 is what he owed us. We were in court for like 3 years trying to get our money. Wow. At the end of the day, we got like $17,000. Wow. So what's the worst that can happen to me now? They're going to come take my house. Okay, great. They're going to come take the car. Okay, great. Yeah. Your credit is going to die. Okay, great. Here's the secret, people. Credit is man-made. Money is man-made. They print money in Denver, DC, Colorado. Yeah. Men actually print money. I'm sorry. Men actually watch machines that print money. All you have to do is figure out how to go get it.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that's it.
And through these failures, I mean, like you said, you've gone through
Absolutely.
stuff that, makes your everyday struggles just be
Absolutely.
crushed. And like when you're going through these failures, it's about how you come out of those,
Right.
which is what's funny is this is like probably the third or fourth podcast that I've said this, but everything seems so cliche. It's like you grow stronger in your failures.
Absolutely.
How you handle your failures and your mindset coming out of those failures is what really matters. And it's such a cliche thing, but
Absolutely.
to me, the cliches are cliches because they work. And they're
Right.
true. And
It's
I mean,
funny.
we've lost contracts and businesses before, and it's I can spend a month sitting here griping about it and complaining,
Right.
or we can get back to the grind and
Right.
keep working and moving on and learn from it.
Right.
You have to learn from it and know how to do it better.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, it's all about how your mental strength
Right.
and coming through that.
Right. And what I've learned is like you can tell someone all day, but people have to go through it.
Yeah.
Like I used to mentor people and like tell them do this step, this step, this step, this step. Now I just say walk and let me know when you need me to give you a crutch. Because you need to learn those things.
Yeah.
Like, I had a guy call me, he owed the IRS like $1,100 and he's like crying, like, I'm gonna lose my car, I'm gonna lose my house. I was like, wait, how much?
Yeah.
It's like, I owe them $1,100. And I was like, dude, I owe them $250,000.
Yeah.
He's like, but, and I was like, bro, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Like you're paying me to mentor you and I'm okay. So I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you're gonna be okay over $1,100.
Yeah.
But like people have to go through that because
Yeah.
everyone has their own level of fear and their own level, of being scared. And
Yeah.
like now,
Yeah.
I mean, and now in this day and age, like if you're really broke, go drive Uber. Postmates,
so many ways
Lyft,
to make money.
like
So many ways to make money these days, especially in the modern age of the internet. I guess all that to say that you have to fall down often in order to build the strength to get up faster.
Right.
So you built your janitorial business, you sold it. You
I
built
did.
your construction / coffee /
Right.
electrical,
Yeah.
all that. You built that and were very successful in
Right.
that. To me, none of that really speaks into your creative side, and none of that screams creativity to me.
Me either.
So why? I mean, I know you said this light bulb went off when you were just at the bar one night with your friend, but have you always had that creative gene, or did it after you closed down your other business? Was it just kind of a scratch that you had to itch?
I'm gonna say I've
Itch
had
that
it.
you had to scratch. So.
Yeah, that's all good. I'm gonna say I had it. I just didn't know I had it.
Okay.
Like I had no clue. Like, and that's something that's when I was in my construction business, I was good because my partner was good and he made me better at what I was weak at. Like he would push me on things. I would push him on things.
Mm-hmm.
So I became good at it. Did I like it? No, I didn't want to own a construction company. I did not ever want to own a construction company. That was not my, but I didn't know what else I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Yeah. So, like I said, I started like just getting more and more into art, and creating and like the freedom of creating. Like, if you like art is the only place where there is nothing wrong. Yeah. All of us here are artists. You can draw something right now and sell it for $150 and call it art. Yeah. Just because you say so. There's nothing else in the world you can say, this is art. Yeah. You can't say, this is construction and you're going to pay me. No. Yeah. Only in the art world can you say, this is art, now pay me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, that's freedom. That's creative freedom.
Is that the first time you kind of felt fulfilled in your entrepreneur journey?
Absolutely. I've done furniture I'm so ashamed of, but people bought it. And I'm like, what? I don't like it. Yeah. Oh, I'll still pay you for it. I love it. I'm like, oh, okay. But that's only happens in the creative world.
Yeah. And art speaks differently to each individual.
Right. Yeah. Right. Like even in your industry, there's movies, you guys are going to do great. You're going to have a cult following amongst your movies. There's other people going to be like, oh, I don't like that crap. But that's the art world. Yeah. If you say it, it is. Yeah. That's where else can you do that?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I guess I've always kind of been in this creative world and haven't really thought about it that way. But to go back to my earlier point of people trying to find what their passion is and then start their entrepreneurship journey. To me, the biggest takeaway from talking to you today is that you started your entrepreneurship journey and then 20 years later nearly found your passion.
Correct.
In designing furniture.
Correct.
So I think that's just a huge takeaway of that. You can start your entrepreneurship journey and learn the ins and outs of business, learn managing team, the difference between team and people. You can figure out all these things, but still knowing like just when that light bulb goes off. Now you can put all that into practice against your passion.
Everything I've learned makes me a better artist and furniture designer than most artists and furniture designers because I have tons of business experience.
Yeah.
Now it's a different business being the creative, but I have tons.
Yeah.
I know the backside where a lot of them just create art. They don't know, I know how much every piece costs, how much is in every piece, what I need to do to sell it to make a profit. Most artists couldn't tell you that. Yeah. They just couldn't, so like having that experience, who knew it would help me in my passion, but it did. And you just got to enjoy the journey. Most people are scared to try stuff. Yeah. Just try it.
If you have the desire to be an entrepreneur,
just try
something and go into
Just try it. You can't fail these days.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, as we close out, is there just any last tips or advice or anything else you want to give to our entrepreneurship audience?
Yeah, don't wait. If you enjoy something, don't wait and don't doubt yourself. The biggest thing I can give anyone, and this is what my uncle told me many years ago, and this is probably why I never finished college. He was like, anything you ever want to learn is in the library. Now, granted, children, this is before the internet. Yeah. I'm definitely an older gentleman, but he's like, anything you want to learn is in the library. So anything you learn in school is at the library. Mm-hmm. He was like, you're paying for this education that's free down the street just by signing up and getting a library card. Mm-hmm. You want to learn something? Go to the library. And now we have Google. I mentor like an 11-year-old and a 16-year-old. One started like a slime business and the other one started like a t-shirt company.
Awesome.
But everything's on Google. Well, I don't even tell them nothing. I said, go look it up.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Got it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Like entrepreneurship is nothing to be afraid of anymore. You really have to be lazy to not be an entrepreneur these days.
Yeah.
Because everything is free. Mm-hmm. Information is free. Marketing is free. Instagram's free. Facebook's free. Twitter's free. You name it. There's Anchor. You can do your own podcast now with apps. Like everything is free nowadays. And it's interesting to me, like looking at today's society now, more and more people want security, but everything is becoming easier and easier and easier to have access to. Mm-hmm. Like I don't get that.
That's a good point.
So go get it.
Yeah.
I'm not preaching to just me and you, but I'm preaching to myself.
Yeah. Because
there's things I didn't know. Like I told you, I've been taking a social media break, not because one, I needed a break, a mental break, but two, I wanted to learn more. So while I'm on break, I'm taking seminars on marketing better.
Yeah.
Designing better. How to make my IG page prettier.
Yeah.
How to do better chairs. What do people want in the marketplace? What's happening in the future of fabric and design. I'm still educating myself, and it's all free.
Yeah.
It's all free.
Always be learning.
Always be learning. Ooh.
Which will help to always be selling.
Right.
The information is free.
Right. And here's the cool thing. We don't even have to sell these days.
Yeah.
You build your following and put it out there and stuff sells. Mm-hmm. I tell you, the furniture I sell now, it's all referrals, it's all word of mouth. My Instagram, I don't have a lot of followers. I think I'm at 1,200, but I have loyal followers.
Yeah.
So when I put something out there, they might not buy it, but I get clients from it. They'll loyally say, "Oh my God, you got to see this! You got to see this! You got to see this!" And I'll get clients from it.
Yeah.
I've done work for people I've never met before. Literally, I've had my delivery guy go pick up their chairs, take it to the upholsterer, ship the fabric to the upholsterer, have my delivery guy deliver it back, and they pay me in PayPal. So
it's awesome.
We're in an age where there is no limits anymore.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk to people to make money. Where do they do that at? This is golden.
Yeah.
So take advantage of everything right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Take advantage of it all.
Well, last thing, just give people a way to follow you and find you and your furniture. I know you're taking a break on social media, but
no, I'm still around. Yeah. Like I was joking with one of your guys, like, man, like I've been off for a month and like I've gained like 100 followers just being off.
Just not, right. Not even working on it.
Right. Yeah. And the followers I'm getting are more industry related. They're more serious about my craft and what I do. I'm getting like more serious emails and I'm taking a break. I'm like, okay, I have no idea how social media works now. How do you take a break and still get followers? Yeah. So everything is the Kevin Fuller, THEE. Kevin Fuller, like everything.
Okay.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, it's all the Kevin Fuller.
And do you have a website for your furniture?
I'm building it now.
Okay.
Actually, that's another reason why I'm on break, because I want the perfect website.
Perfect.
That's awesome. I hired a company and I'm building a website now. So
cool. Well, thank you so much. I mean,
no problem.
Your experience and your insight into this business in general, I've taken a lot of value out of it today, and some key elements that are really just great insight. And I think our audience is going to, even other people we've had on the podcast, like I said, they're kind of just a one-man band type where they have them and their business partner. And this is one of the first podcasts that we've done to where like you have the years of experience of managing a team in a pretty decent sized company. So, and
I'll put this out there, like anyone who wants information from me or wants information on business, email me. I'll tell them for free.
Okay, that's awesome. You want to put the email out there right now?
TheKevinFuller@gmail.com.
Okay, perfect.
Or hit me on Instagram. Like I'll give you the information.
Cool.
Like everyone needs to be.
That's awesome.
Doing this.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, we'll put all that information on the bottom of the screen, and then also in the audio podcast. So, hey, thanks so much for talking to me. I really
appreciate you.
Thank
you. Appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.